as a competitor in the RLB may look like fun. To those unfamiliar with the rigors of racing, it may even look easy, like a drive through the park. But those more familiar with the sport know otherwise. It demands a unique blend of skill, stamina, and style. Those that succeed are accomplished in all these areas. For a driver, the race is but one small part of the job. The very moment it is complete is the moment the real work begins. All drivers and managers must make an account of the proceedings. But how are these accounts measured? This is the task of the Licensing Committee. It is this select group that determines if a driver has succeeded in sufficient magnitude to merit various driving permits. It is this same dedicated group of selfless souls who award the coveted Role Player of the Race Award. The accounts of drivers come in many styles and forms. Some are complex, others less so. Likewise, the speed of delivery varies. Some are more comfortable with tried and trusted methods. These may be slower to arrive. Others, more influenced by style, may prefer a faster routine. But all represent the genuine hard work of ambitious drivers and managers. And all are equally considered by the committee. Problems often arise that makes it difficult to complete the job. These represent considerable frustrations for honest competitors. Still, most overcome these obstacles with a resourcefulness that is the hallmark of a member of the RLB. But there are rules. The work they do must arrive at the Licensing Committee office in time. There are strict deadlines that must be adhered to. As compassionate as the Licensing Committee is, there are no exceptions.
Absolutely not. No way, Jose. No chance, Lance. Yet, negatory. Nah. No.
Following a race, role plays begin trickling into the office. But the bulk arrives sometime later, typically in sudden, large numbers. With the job of the players now complete, the job of the Licensing Committee now begins. Each work submitted by each player is carefully scrutinized. Some are thought-provoking, some strange, others are confusing, and some are simply ridiculous. The processing of the massive volumes is a long, arduous one. It takes time. But eventually, the first stage of the committee's job is done. Certain role plays that fail to sufficiently impress are carefully filed for subsequent examination. But there are always a few standouts. These works of gold must be reappraised with more precise methods. The Licensing Committee has the latest in electronic equipment to help in this analysis. But the final calculations are always done by hand. The results are then discussed amongst the committee members in an open and democratic process. To illustrate this critical phase, why don't we sneak a peek into the hallowed domain of the committee boardroom? Here we see the group convened to discuss the candidates for a role player of the race, following a typical race last season in the IRL.
Thank you very much, sir. Let me start by thanking the governor for getting me this far and all of the committee for taking back today. I appreciate it very much. I'm here with my wife.
Finally, a winner is selected. Announcement is always a moment of great anticipation for players. Who will win the role player of the race for New Hampshire?
The prize is awarded to
Bobby Free. After the fanfare of the announcement subsides, it is customary for fellow drivers to offer congratulations. This act of sportsmanship has always been a proud component of the RLB.
Howdy, neighbor. Bob, we're so excited for you. It's a great award, and communications is what it's all about in my world and in your world, so congratulations.
Bob is not only a great communicator, but but a wonderful, wonderful visionary. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Bob. This award is well deserved. Congratulations.
I'm so proud to work with Bob, to have Bob as my friend.
From one communicator to another. I've spent about 35 years in radio and television, but I've never gotten a prestigious award like you're receiving. A leader. So Bob, congratulations.
The folks at the IEC don't give these awards just anybody. Instead, they honor the best of the best, and you certainly fit that description. You've set a high standard, inspired a whole lot of people in the process.
But while the accolades of colleagues may offer a boost to the ego, a team manager is much more interested in a boost to the team's performance. For this reason, the Role Player Award comes with money, and lots of it. The cash supplied by the FIA allows teams to purchase much-needed upgrades to improve their track performance. How and when managers decide to use these resources is entirely their choice. The driver need not worry about such business detail, however. In fact, the driver should have concerns of an altogether different nature. As the throngs of fans leave the track towards the cozy comforts of home, the RLBer has thoughts completely different. One race may be complete, but another is just about to start. The job for the drivers and for the hard-working members of the licensing committee begins all over again.
Groovy.